I'm not going to, so quit asking.
What is up, everybody? Chris Ballard here with Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Sunday afternoon. I'm sure everyone's like me, just getting home from church or whatever the heck, having some lunch, right? I already took care of all of that. I just kind of got bored. I figured I'd go live for you guys and just hang out, talk some sports, whatever you want. We got baseball season. We got the NBA playoffs, the Lakers. They had some of those moments this year without AD or whatever. LeBron and it looked like they were just falling off. They've gotten back. It's crazy. X-Wing Sports, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a long while, man. I hope you're doing good. Think didn't your name used to be like SEC Homer or something? I think I don't know, but anyway, it's good seeing you in here, man. Yeah, I mean, we got MLB. It's like mid-season, not even actually. Pretty darn close to it. Got Memorial Day tomorrow, and yeah, just it's hold on. You know, we got a holiday tomorrow. Everyone's out of school. Heck, school should already be out, period, for the year, right? Anyway, I want to go ahead and say to all those who serve this country, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. And even though we're in tough times right now, you know, it's those people fighting out there for our freedom that keeps us going, I guess. You know, and I guess that's just what we celebrate on Memorial Day. But even though it's tomorrow, I still try to remember that each and every day. We got I mentioned some baseball going on, and we got the White Sox playing right now, playing the Orioles. It's bottom of the third. There's no outs, nobody on, and it's tied at 1. Meanwhile, bottom of the 5th inning, my Rays, who have been on fire with their hitting, are up 4-0 over the Phillies. Bottom of the 5th. Holy cow. We've been on fire. We've been scoring double digit, like 13, 11, 10, 12, 13, somewhere in there for each game. The past week or so, we've just been on fire. And it's crazy. You know, it's great to see. Check something here. What's up, X-Wing Sports? How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great.
Yeah. Did you hear about how good Alabama's doing in softball?
Oh, dude, they're killing it. I've been following it, and dude, they could go a long way this year.
Yeah, I'm not really into softball, but I heard that what are they in the SEC tournament, or are they going to the World Series or what?
I think they're in the tournament right now. I don't know if they're quite at the World Series yet.
I think Georgia and Alabama actually from what my friend said, they're going to the World Series, or they're about to be. Georgia's been killing it too.
Let me see. Yesterday they beat Kentucky 4-1 in the NCAA softball championship Super Regional Game 2 in Tuscaloosa.
Oh yeah, dang! I didn't even know my camera was off. I'm just chilling by the pool
That's awesome, man.
out here in Alabama. It's actually a pretty good day today. Like the weather outside.
Yeah, it's been warming up. And we took one boat ride last week, and it was my first time going on the boat since I moved up here in March. But you know, other than that, I mean, it's just haven't really been out on the water much, but it is getting to that time of the year.
I submitted my video for Luke 2 Got Talent a few days ago.
Oh yeah, what you doing?
Just a little bit of magic. There's a little inside joke that I put in there, but I'm not gonna give anything away.
Oh, I got you, man. We'll have to watch and see.
Oh yeah. It's good. I think I got a good shot.
Yeah, man.
I got kids squirting me with water guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Maybe we can. I'm thinking about going to that Miami Alabama game.
It'd be cool to go, although it's in Atlanta. I don't know if I ever want to go there, but I mean, I'm sure it's a nice city and all that. I mean, the stadium and everything, but
I was saying if
you can't be going there.
If you're gonna buy a ticket, maybe we can go.
I definitely would at least like to make a Bama home game at some point this year.
Yeah, just let me know. We can go.
Heck yeah.
We probably go to like one of those that it's only like $40, like some
like the Southern Miss or whatever.
Somebody nobody team, whatever.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to go to the Miami game.
Yeah,
Are you submitting your video for the talent show?
I haven't even made it yet, but I'm definitely gonna try to see what I can do for the show.
Did Lou give you permission to get on that Tinder app by yourself?
No, he didn't.
Really?
I wish I could just take control of this and get it done, but
Say what?
I was saying I wish I could just have the login and just get this done, man. Just find somebody.
You're single and ready to mingle, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And you're in college.
Yeah.
Well, girls like college guys. I would definitely put that in your bio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in college.
I'll be in. I mean, I kind of took this semester off with moving up here to Alabama or whatever, but I mean, I'll be back in school in the fall. But still, I mean, college age, I guess.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
It seems like a coincidence, but it seems like every time you're a fan of somebody like the Bucks or something, they win a Super Bowl. And I've just now noticed that you're a Bucks fan as soon as they win a Super Bowl. Like,
I've talked about being a Bucks fan even before.
I've never heard you talk about Bucks until they won.
I don't know, man.
It's like you're a Bucks fan. I mean, I know you're a Bama fan, but were you born in Alabama?
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
well, I guess that makes you a true Alabama fan. You ain't some imposer.
Right.
Honestly, we don't really have anything in Alabama but football, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's really not
anything out here. Run last year, if anything.
And I was guilty, Lou saying that we were basketball fans just because Alabama's doing good. And that's true. I only started watching basketball because they were doing good. So I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
I know
So,
you're going to defend your stance on that, but
I love Bama. I love Bama athletics, period. I don't care if they suck or not. I love, I
Yeah.
do it not just because of like the certain player or the hype or anything. I mean, dude, look at the logo, look at the state. There's everything. I love everything about Alabama.
Yeah, our logo definitely looks like Atlanta Braves logo.
Yeah. What's up, Jeff?
I'm ready for college football, the football game. It's coming out in a few years.
Yeah, I forgot all about the video game they're coming back with.
I've been playing NCAA football 14 for years now, and I've been waiting for a new game to come
It's been
out.
like 7 years, man.
It's crazy, man. And then they'll be able to start paying the players, or NCAA football might, like, the game makers might start paying the players for their likeness and stuff.
Yeah, if they use them for the cover or whatever.
Yeah. Devontae Smith would have been the cover of if they made one this past year.
If they had kept making the games, you would have had Deshaun Watson on the cover. You would have had, like you said, Devontae Smith. You probably would have had 2 on there. Joe Burrow. I mean, think of all these champions that we've seen in recent years.
Yeah. I'm super excited for the NFL this year. I mean, you got like 3 teams I'm watching. I'm watching the Eagles, I'm watching the Dolphins, and I'm watching the Patriots. Those are my 3 teams to watch because of
I'll be watching those, and obviously my Buccaneers. But you know what else, man? Najee Harris with the Steelers. You want to see him run all over the AFC North, over the Browns defense, the Ravens. He'll kill the Bengals. The Bengals still suck. I mean, they're still working on it.
It's exciting. It's going to be exciting. I know the Bengals, don't they have Joe Burrow? So, and they'll have an upgraded offensive line. Their defense is still going to be pretty bad, but they're going to put up some points.
For sure. What's up, Zach, the Purdue fan? What's up?
I think Dolphins have a legitimate shot to, get far and get into playoffs. Not only get in the playoffs, but win the first round at least.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's really pointed this out or thought much about it, but you realize as long as they don't trade them or cut them, we will have Mac and Tua playing each other twice a year in the AFC East for years to come, man. 2 Bama quarterbacks in the same division, 2 legends going head to head twice a year, man.
I know. I told everybody. I don't know why. They're putting all this hype into Zach Wilson and all them. Mac Jones is gonna be the next. I mean, he might not be the next Tom Brady, but he could be. I mean, with Bill Belichick,
he's definitely the type. As far as
that type.
He might not be that mobile, but he has a strong.
He's more mobile than Tom Brady was.
That is true. He is more mobile than Tom.
Yeah,
but he ain't no Kyler Murray where he's gonna run around in circles and straight up kill you with his legs. He will. I mean, he can extend plays if he needs to and move out of the pocket.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to watch these 3 guys, and they're paired up with their wide receivers they played with in college. It's just crazy how they ended up being paired with everybody. Like Jamar Chase is paired with Joe Burrow.
The team
Jalen Hurts is paired with Devontae Smith and Waddle.
Hey, y'all gotta quit hollering help. Unless you in trouble, don't holler help.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good year. I mean, I've slowly gotten into NFL. Like, I used to just watch college, but like now that we actually got some quarterbacks, like Alabama quarterbacks in the NFL, like starting, it's actually more enjoyable to watch now.
Now, you got to realize McElroy was at some point with the Jets. Obviously, we know that he didn't.
Oh my goodness!
We have not had successful QBs, Alabama. In the NFL. So, but this could be a change for that. Jalen finished at Oklahoma, but 3 out of 4 is 3 out of 4 years at Bama. He's looking like he's the leader for the Eagles. Tua, if you got him a receiver in Waddle, work on the O line a bit, fix it up, and he'll be good to go. And then, of course, the Patriots aren't dead because they lost Tom Brady. They still have some guys on the team, and Belichick knows how to coach.
I think Matt Jones is going to take over, like
At some
maybe
point
this season. Yeah, midway through the season, I think he's going to take over. I don't think Cam Newton is the same Cam Newton he was. So,
Cap Trip says Julio's going to Tennessee.
Could go to. Yeah, he could go to Tennessee, but I think. What if he went to the Buccaneers?
I'd be so happy, but
I think he could go to the Dolphins.
I have heard rumors that he goes.
I think he wants to go to a team that can actually throw the ball. I don't think Tennessee. Yeah, they're decent, but they don't really have a strong passing game.
How crazy would it be if somehow he ended up with Rodgers in Green Bay?
Could you imagine? I pray to God it does not happen.
Rodgers is leaving Green Bay. I'm pretty sure they're not.
If they pull Julio, if they get Julio, he'll be back.
Yeah, because that'll help him. See, that's the thing about the whole. In case anyone's not following the NFL, the whole deal with Rodgers is they spent like the first 2 or 3 picks going defense in the draft. They didn't even try to Rodgers. It felt like they weren't investing in him. It felt like they were pushing him out. They drafted some kid named Jordan Love last year, who I went back and saw highlights of him because at the time I'm like, Utah State kid, which he's pretty mobile. He's pretty a pretty good flexible quarterback. I think he'll do great, but it's Rodgers has a lot left in him for the NFL, but probably not for Green Bay. You know what I mean? Like I would agree with Zach.
He's not going to be in Green Bay.
That's the thing. Rodgers can still play. Like he'll be around for maybe 5 more years, maybe. Wouldn't you say?
How crazy would it be?
Maybe.
The Falcons didn't really draft back. I didn't find it, but I hate to do. Dude, that does not have anything left in him. I'm sorry, he's out of there. Did you imagine?
Hey, I'll catch you later, Ballard.
See, man. Could you imagine Rodgers on the Falcons or even the Saints? I've heard rumors about maybe the Saints, although I know they got Jameis. Imagine, I wish and I hope and I pray this could happen. Rodgers and Brady in the same division. Dude.
Yeah. Oh my God. You've been watching the Indy 500, man.
I have not.
How's big race today.
Yeah.
Well, with me being in Indy, being from the state, obviously it has more significance to me, but. Like basically like all but one of the cautions have been on pit road.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, when they go in the pit stops.
Wow.
And there's been so many lead changes too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. There's something that was put out 2 hours ago. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There was something put out 2 hours ago. There's trade rumors circling the Seahawks and the Falcons for Julio.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
Holy crap. Russell Wilson's going back to the Super Bowl if he ends up there alongside guys like DK Metcalf.
Oh man.
Oh, DK's a beast.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That would be something. Vodka says if Titans are able to get Julio, they have Henry. If he stays healthy, we'll have a huge year. Destroyer on downfield blocks. TikTok Simp Hall.
Woo! Georgia's getting Georgia's getting the best dropout in all of college football on offense and the best dropout in all of college football on defense. Deal with it. Deal with it, dude. It's Eric Gilbert and Darian Kendrick both coming to UGA. Accept it as fact, son. This is it. This is Georgia's year. 15-0.
I know. I've been saying that, Lou. I've been saying that. Although I was making some jokes when I know Pickens got hurt, and I know he was y'all's lead receiver going into it before injury, but I believe in Georgia this year. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a hell of a year.
I'm so excited I can't stand it. I've already ordered my hashtag. I've already ordered 100 hashtag 2021 t-shirts.
Get them printed. Oh man, hey, just go ahead and say it. Tater Man is screwed, right?
Tater Man is screwed. I hate to tell you, Ballard, the Gump Man's screwed. Ballard, as great as Saban is and all that, it's just too hard to win back to back. So yeah, Georgia, somebody else is going to win this year. So it's just got to be Georgia. I'm sorry.
I know. I'll accept it. I'll man up. I'll cry when we lose to y'all in Atlanta, and I'll eventually get over it, and we'll take our Fiesta Bowl or whatever the heck t-shirts. I don't know.
Now, can I complain about Georgia fans for a minute?
Yes, go.
Okay. All in my comment section on that Eric Gilbert video is people telling me Eric Gilbert's coming to Georgia, but he's not playing tight end. He's playing wide receiver. Hello, McFly. Are we in the market for the slowest wide receiver in the Power 5? This guy, I love Eric Gilbert as a tight end. This guy has Jake Fromm speed. He runs a 4.8 40. 4.8, Ballard. The average speed of a wide receiver in the SEC is 4.44. Okay? 4.6 is slow. 4.6 is slow for a wide receiver. This guy runs a 4.8. Why would you bring him in to play wide receiver? And then they tell me, Lou, it's not all about speed. It's his hands and his route running ability. I said, yeah, you know who else needs hands and a route running ability? Tight ends. This guy is 6'6". This guy is 6'6", 260 pounds. He's a tight end, not a wide receiver. Listen, Ballard, did you know this, Ballard? You can split a tight end out. Did you know that?
Split tight ends, I've heard of them, yeah.
Yes, it's still a tight end.
Right.
He's a tight end. How many wide receivers are there out there running a 4.8? None. What are these people talking about? Oh, Eric Gilbert's going to be the replacement for George Pickens. Huh? What?
No.
You need to think of Eric Gilbert as more of a Calvin Johnson. Yeah, Calvin Johnson ran a 4.3 40, 4.3. Ballard, who was the best tight end in college football last year?
Pitts. He's a Florida man, though.
Right. You know what he runs the 40 in?
I don't know.
4.4.
Wow.
It is Eric Gilbert. Now, Eric Gilbert is great, but a 4.8? Come on. He's not a wide receiver.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, this.
Listen, the reason here's why you split a tight end out, okay?
Yeah.
Because the defensive coordinator is paying attention. And when he sees you run a tight end into the game, that determines what defense he sends out onto the field. If
That's
you
true.
don't run a tight end in there, they're going to send out a dime defense, six DBs. You run a
Right.
tight end or two into the game, they have to play a 3-4, 4-3, or maybe a nickel. And then you take one of those tight ends that you ran in and you split them out, and that forces the other team to put either a slow safety or linebacker out on your tight end. That's why you split a tight end out, not because he's a wide receiver. Listen, if Eric Gilbert was being covered by Patrick Surtain, he would have 0 catches, none,
Right.
not a
Right.
single one.
I'd agree.
It just wouldn't happen. He's not a wide receiver.
I got you.
Now, Vodka Drinker has a point here. Red zone jump balls. Okay,
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
but the thing is, tight ends can catch jump ball. I mean, we need to be doing this with Darnell Washington too. Also in 2. Fishing that as well.
Yeah.
I was glad to see
Yeah.
you on the Unprofessional Sports Show last night.
Yes, sir. And I
Seems-
showed up, and I was on time.
Yeah, it seemed like you and Ballard have settled your differences. I mean, you and St. Paul.
St. Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sorry. I've just been arguing in my own comment section for the last hour, so I'm a little fired up.
No, I got you, man. And I'm
Who else
gonna
is
go
in here?
ahead and apologize because I only said this. I know just as much as anybody. They know how good Georgia is, but they can't even beat Bama. They can't do it. They have been out recruiting teams just as much as teams like Bama and Clemson, so they have the depth. But I was making a few jokes when Pickens got out because obviously he was supposed to be your best receiver, and I'm like, oh, what the heck are you gonna do? You ain't got the depth. I know you have the depth, and you're gonna have great players on the field next year. And there's nothing really anybody in the SEC other than maybe Bama could do about it on defense.
Well, we're going to miss Pickens, no doubt. I argued with Georgia fans about that too. You can't spend 2 years saying George Pickens the best wide receiver we've had since AJ Green, and then when you lose George Pickens, try to tell me it doesn't matter. Of course, it matters. Will it matter? Will it impact our overall record for this year? I don't know. Hopefully not. But to say that it doesn't matter to lose somebody, I mean, listen. Even if a team like Alabama or Oklahoma loses a wide receiver like George Pickens, it matters, and they have 3 more George Pickens on their team. We don't.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia's lucky. Georgia doesn't get very many of these first-round talent wide receivers. I mean, not very many at all. We only have 1,000-yard receiver in program history.
Facts.
Facts.
That's facts.
Yeah, and I think it was Terrence Edwards.
Yeah.
Who's that?
What's up,
Vic, dude?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Vic, who made the account called Vic's Stinky Pinky?
Oh, I think that
Wait, what?
was Bagan Megan.
Oh, okay. Did you stick your pinky up your butthole or something?
Oh no, not this again.
That Bagan Megan had left a comment.
I missed this
On-
account.
Yeah, it was. He made it under Bagan Megan, but now it's changed to Vic Stinky Pinky. So that's why I think
Good.
that's
This is
Yes.
great.
why he decided to start calling himself
J-Dub.
Stinky Pinky. I don't know.
Hey, Vic, I can't tell you who it is because they did. I don't know if they want me to or not. But somebody sent me an email today, bragging about how awesome you are.
Okay. So
And that's unusual. Most of the emails I get people complaining about something, but this person sent me an email just saying how much they enjoy you and how you always seem so happy and all this kind of stuff. It was a really nice email.
oh, okay.
So you got some fans out there.
Okay, but you're not going to tell me who it is.
Well, I don't like to. Maybe if I asked the person, I'm sure they would say, "Yeah, you can tell them." But I don't like to do. I don't like to do that. Then maybe they say, "Well, I wish you wouldn't have said that." Or something.
Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll let them be
Plus,
anonymous.
plus, the email is from a real name,
Okay.
not a comment name.
Okay.
So I'm funny about giving that.
Okay, well, you could tell me what the.
Oh hell no.
Oh yeah, got a Ballard Walker. That's right.
No one's ever sent me any emails about Ballard.
That's sad.
Ballard Walker. Okay.
Daily walk. I don't walk daily. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. Who's back?
You should walk daily. It's good for you.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I pace around the house. If
It's
that
a
counts or something.
Ballard's Walker. It's Ballard's Walker. Yeah.
Come on.
Ballard, when you walk the dog, who wears the leash?
The dog does.
Yes,
Okay.
That's how it works.
and when Ballard's Walker walks you, who wears the leash?
He does. Ain't nobody putting no leash on me. I walked him.
Is that Purdue, man?
It is, yes.
Oh, I just followed you on your tweeter there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tweeter.
Okay.
So Jeff,
I want to give a shout out to the Georgia fans present.
Good.
Congratulations to the Georgia women's softball team for making their first World Series especially as an unranked team and whipping up on Florida in order to do so. Good job, dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Celine Driver has a cellmate.
he does.
Celine Driver has a cellmate.
Who?
Uncle Luke.
Uncle Lou, you're in.
Yeah.
You,
Mine was a misdemeanor. Mine was just a misdemeanor, 3 days. That's it.
yeah, 3 days.
Boy.
Yeah, he had 30. He had 30 days. Mine was a minor violation, 3 days, misdemeanor charge.
What did you?
Okay. Wait, what did Celine do?
He's in Facebook jail.
He
put
put
Facebook
a
jail.
comment that said, "Just shoot him already."
Yeah.
I got put in jail.
Back and watch his video. Yeah, he made a video about it, why he was in Facebook jail. So
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're cellmates.
you can go back and watch it.
I got put in Facebook jail for using the term of a particular color, often referenced to for Caucasian people.
Okay.
That color followed by a word often used for garbage or refuge.
White trash. I've been in there for that too.
Yeah.
I've been in there for white. Yeah,
Yes,
they'll put you in there
yeah.
for white trash.
That got me 7 days. That got me
you can't
7
say white
days.
trash.
Why
You can't say white trash.
why would you get 7 days for saying white trash?
Well, there goes
Yep.
against community guidelines.
Here we go, Vic. Chess Hall's hidden torture chamber says, "Hey Vic, want to take a visit here for a few hours?"
No,
God.
no, I don't think I will.
I made a comment on somebody's post that said, "I'd like to kick you in the back of the head," and they
Okay.
gave me they gave me 3
I
days.
don't,
Kicking somebody in the back of the head.
I can't afford Facebook jail. I use Facebook to, I communicate with all you guys here, but I got people like at church or whatever, and I just, the guy trying to be a sportscaster, I try to be careful with what I say. I don't know what it's like to be in Facebook jail.
Luke can want to kick a guy in the back of the head and get Facebook jail for 3 days, but you could say "fuck you" and the horse you rode in on, and they don't bat an eye.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Oh, wow.
What?
Castanevis just took the lead in the Indy 500 with 2 laps to go.
Cool.
Man, listen.
I wasn't even aware the race was happening today.
Yeah, there's more people watching this stream than watching that race. Stop with that. Probably
Facts.
Oprah will too.
There's probably more people watching the race, but
No.
No. There are
I don't know.
3 people watching my stream. There's probably only one guy sitting in his living room right now with
Is
Cheetos
anybody
watching that race.
is anybody in here that's monetized?
Oh no, no.
I think you're the only one, Lou.
Okay. Never mind then.
Okay.
So I'll let you know when I get to 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 watch hours.
I thought it was
YouTube,
4,000.
some kind of law went into effect. Starts June 1st. YouTube has to hold out 24% of your earnings unless you tell them not to. The taxes.
So did you tell them not to?
I told them not to. You know, I do my own taxes. I don't need them doing my taxes. I do my own taxes.
Yeah.
I'm very creative. Very creative.
Okay, yeah. You don't need nobody to do your taxes for you.
Right. I claim Chess Hall. I claim Ballard. I'm probably going to claim you this year.
Okay, cool.
That's like 3. I'm claiming 3. You know.
Yeah.
Every man needs 3 things in life: a forgiving priest, a good bartender, and a creative accountant.
Yeah, I claimed BBD last year. Saved me a ton of money.
Hey, listen.
Well, as somebody that's had to file his own taxes for, I think, as long as I can remember, I claim every damn penny I can.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And the thing is, Jeff, and you know this too, the when you first start doing it, you're pretty much by the book, and then it's like every year you're pushing that line a little bit further and further. That's how I am anyway.
Hey, Lou. After the hit I took from the corona last year, I got real creative.
Yeah, I know you.
Man, I was finding stuff I was spending money on. I forgot all about.
I'm like, okay. Last year I wrote off 25% of my internet bill. No one said anything. This year I'm going to write off 35% of my internet bill, and I'm just going to keep pushing it until I get audited, I guess.
I'm gonna mod up this Chess Hall's torture channel. Our taxes is scared and traumatized people. Who makes
the tax system in the country is a joke. The fact that you have to be borderline genius to get just to pay the least amount of taxes is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the tax system is just totally out of control. And I'm not even talking about the rates. That's a whole other argument. Who should pay what rate? That's not even what I'm talking about. Just the fact that you have to have a 4-year degree to legally do someone's taxes should tell you all you need to know. I mean, it is so complicated. Now, if you work for someone and they hold your taxes out and all you're doing is filing a regular 1040 at the end of the year, that's pretty simple. But anybody that has to do their own taxes where you're 1099 or you own your own business or anything like that, is so complicated. It's just insane.
I fortunately have a guy that I am a member of the Knights of Columbus with that's been in my parish and I've been friends with for, I think he moved here in 2008. So he's done like 11, 12 years of my taxes, which they immediately improved as soon as he got his hands on them. And, but here's a guy who does this for a living, and he's constantly having to go to seminars and study up to keep up because the code changes from one year to the next. And he'll say, have you thought about this or have you thought about that? And then people say, oh, you're trying to cheat the system. No, I'm not trying to cheat the system. I'm trying to get every single damn dime I earned. That's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I got you.
And I don't fault anybody else for doing that.
And again, I don't want to turn this into a political debate, so I'm only stating my philosophy, and I'm not saying anyone else's is right or wrong.
Okay.
I do believe fundamentally in a tax system. Like, I do enjoy the fact that we have a nice military and paved roads. So I'm not one of the, some people, are thinking income tax is illegal and all that. I'm not totally against an income tax of some kind. It's just the fact that it's so convoluted that you're forget your average idiot. Your average smart person can't figure it out. That's the
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
The tax
Luke, would-
code, the tax system, and the legal system. To me, those are the two areas in this country where you're really at a disadvantage if you don't have a lot of money. You know, if you can't hire good lawyers and if you can't hire good accountants, you're sucking hind tit when you go to court or when you file your taxes, and that's not right.
Lou, what would you think if the law was, did you make between $25,000 and $99,000? And if you answer yes, send in 15%. That's it. That's it. Nothing else.
And do away with all deductions and all that. That would be fine with me.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. There's nothing.
Yep.
There's
I'd be
nothing
fine
to
with
it.
that. I'd be fine with it. A flat 15%.
And under 25, you're only talking about a person that makes $500 a week. You
Yeah.
know what? I can live with that person not paying federal taxes, because the dude that makes $100,000, his postcard isn't going to say 15%. It's going to say 30%.
Right.
You know, let him
Yeah,
pay a
sure.
little extra. You know, yeah, he makes more, but that doesn't mean the guy that doesn't making 24,000, 23,000 wasn't working his ass off.
Yeah,
You know?
and I also don't believe, because everyone in here knows I'm a liberal, so let me just get it out of the way. I don't believe there's any scenario anywhere, whether you're an individual, a company, an LLC, a corporate, whatever. I don't believe there's a scenario that should exist where more than half of what you make is taken from you. That is just insane. If you make $10 million a year, they should not take $5 million. That's just ridiculous. And they say, oh, poor guy, now he's got to live off $5 million a year. That's not the point. The fact that somebody works year round and then has to hand over more than half of what they make is just terrible. And it doesn't happen very often. That doesn't happen very often, regardless of what a rate might be, because by the time you take it, like Amazon, you know, good God, they paid zero. So, I mean, these people with creative accounting, they find ways around it, but there should never be a scenario where somebody is having to hand over more than half of what they make. I mean, we can argue about 40%, 45%. Is that too high too? Maybe. That can be argued over, but anything over 50%, I don't see how anybody can support that. No matter how poor you are, I don't see how you can expect anyone else to hand over more than half of what they make. That's just insane.
Yeah.
That's just a matter of, I forget where you come down politically. That's just a matter of, to me, that's just a matter of principle. I mean, it just doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? That to me is almost like a humanity type thing. I don't know, a right or wrong thing. And politically, I don't care where you are on that. I mean, it just doesn't seem, that's not fair. The other thing, the one is, a lot of times they'll say, and by they I mean both sides. Both sides go, we'll just tax a corporation, or we'll take a corporate tax break away, or whatever. Okay, do you know what happens when you charge Pepsi Cola 10% more? The price of your Mountain Dew goes up 10%.
Well, I don't. Well, that's the same argument they make about minimum wage. And I'm not saying that it's not true, but minimum wage hasn't been raised in 15 years, yet a Big Mac costs 3 times as much as it did 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, prices are going to go up regardless.
Yeah, naturally.
And they'll find a way. The government's always going to find a way to tax you. Now, I don't think anybody in here carries the curse that I do. I'm cursed with an addiction since I was in middle school to smokeless tobacco. Okay. Now I can tell you that when I was in high school, a lot of places would look at you funny and they wouldn't sell it to you. But I had a gas station that I could go to and get a can of Skoal. And that can of Skoal cost, and I remember this, it cost 75 cents. Okay. Now at that time, the minimum wage was $3.65. So for 1 hour of working at the minimum wage, I could buy almost 5 cans of Skull.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was like 25 cents.
Well, it was 75 cents. It was, yeah, well, it was like it, and the minimum wage was $3.65.
Okay.
Okay. Now I think the minimum wage is $7.50. Is that is it somewhere in that neighborhood? Is that the national?
Yeah, 7.25. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's 7.75. The
Okay.
federal. Some states it's higher, but I think the federal minimum wage $7.75, isn't it? I don't know.
I know. Okay. Well, let's just say $8. Let's just round it off to $8.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I literally drive a block and a half and go to the nearest convenience store here in Clive, which is a suburb of West Des Moines, and I walk in there to buy a can of Skull, I'm 54. Nobody's going to worry about my age anymore, but it's going to cost me almost $7
Wow.
Yeah.
because of all the state and everything. They call it the sin tax that they put on tobacco and alcohol in Iowa.
Right.
So in other words, in other words, what I used to be able to buy 5 of for my 1 hour of minimum wage work, I can now get 1 of.
Yeah. And
so the government's always going to find a way to get your dollar. They're going to get their money.
And the example that you're making proves the exact point that we're talking about. I'm gonna come at it from a little bit of a different way, because some people are gonna say, well, you don't have to have that Skull, so quit complaining.
Right.
But what you do have to have is a roof over your head.
Right.
And you cannot, in most cities, you cannot afford a 1-bedroom apartment full time on minimum wage.
No.
Like you said, $8 times 40, that's 320 a week. 320 a week times 4, that's about $1,500 a month. By the time they take taxes and insurance and all that out, you're bringing home about $1,100 or $1,200 a month. That's not enough to live in a 1-bedroom apartment. And that's a problem.
I guarantee you can't find, and I mean in the lowest rent neighborhood where I live, you're not going to find any apartment, an efficiency, a studio, nothing.
No.
For less than $500-600 a month, bare bones minimum, and that's going to be with nothing paid. You're going to have to pay utilities. You're going to have to pay. I mean, that's just to get you a rat infested, if you can find it for that. And if you wanted to live somewhere near downtown Des Moines, forget it. That's $1,500 a month.
Well, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment now. And there's 2 counties in Augusta, Columbia and Richmond. Columbia is considered the rich county. Richmond County is considered the poor county. I had to move into Richmond County to get a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,400 a month. $1,400. Wow. And Augusta is not Atlanta.
Right.
I mean, not that Augusta's a small town, but we're not a metropolis either. I mean, $1,400 a month in the poor county, because this apartment in Columbia County would cost me $1,800. So I had to move to Richmond County.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you're not making. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody could figure out how to do it. I don't know. I would think $400 a week. Maybe that's $20,000 a year. Somebody might be able to do that if they were getting like rent assistant, if they were getting food help with their food assistance, if they were getting help with their utilities. Because in the winter, you got to heat the joint up here. Maybe you don't need air conditioning. You can get away with a window fan, but you ain't getting. I mean, you got to have the heat up here. So, I mean, somebody really creative with getting a bunch of help might be able to live on $400 a week, but I wouldn't want to try it.
And you got to remember, $400 a week is really about $320 a week, because you got taxes and insurance that they're taking out of your check or whatever. So $10 an hour is $400 a week pre-tax. $10 an hour, 40 hours a week. That's $400 a week. That's $1,600 a month. After taxes and insurance, you're bringing home $1,200 or $1,300 a month at $10 an hour.
What's up, Maddie? The Unslim Reaper has come to chat to snatch the souls up.
Well, he's definitely unslim. You know, you ever heard the expression "the freshman 15"?
Huh?
I
Yeah.
think so.
This Matty Sims blew way past that. Boy, if he
Yeah.
don't come to the Slav Olympics, I don't know what's wrong.
And Ballard got it too, and he didn't even go to BAM. He didn't even go to school.
And is it just me, or is Matty Sims starting to look more and more creepy as the weeks go by?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good question.
Well, and now that he's back home, he's within. I know where I kind of know where he lives. I'm not going to reveal it, but he's within a pretty short drive of the state of Wisconsin, and so that has a detrimental effect on people living that close to Wisconsin. It can mess you up.
I think he was in Wisconsin yesterday, actually.
The two scariest people in this entire community to me are Matty Sims and Jeff Webster. You know how I go back and forth with Alonzo or those pussies that hide in the back room and all that. No way would I do that with Jeff Webster or Matty Sims. They will show up at your house.
Maddie is. I'm so damn far away from everybody else. Maddie's about a 5.5 hour drive from me. Yeah. Bears, Cubs, Canes, who's in Lou's morning show every now and then. He's kind of in between me and Maddie. He's probably about 2.5 hours from Maddie, about 3 from me. But Nate the Great, I might run into Nate the Great in 2 weeks because I'm thinking about going over and watching some College World Series. And Nate the Great lives right outside of Omaha. I'm thinking if I go over there, it might be nice to meet Nate and maybe we can grab lunch. Maybe I can get a press pass and get him into a game too.
That'd be cool.
I like Bears Cubs Canes. He's a good guy. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he's a good guy.
You talking about Nate, Lou?
No, Bears. Well, Nate too, but I was talking about Bears Cubs Canes.
Yeah. He's just outside the Quad Cities, I believe.
Yeah, he's either in Illinois or Indiana. I can't remember which.
He's in Illinois, right off where the interstate runs between Interstate 80 runs across. There's Quad Cities. There's 2 in Iowa, 2 in Illinois, and he's right outside the Illinois ones.
I was gonna say if he's in Indiana, he may be close to me.
He's the one that told me Dave Matthews tickets were on sale for this summer. I had no idea they had even started concerts back up or whatever, and he sent me a message on Facebook. He had got tickets to a show in Indiana. And I said, well, shit, I didn't even know they had cranked concerts back up yet. So I went and looked, and sure enough, a ton of them. And yeah, Dave Matthews was doing a full tour. So I went and got tickets to the Charlotte show in July.
They're having Rock the South, and I think it's in Coleman this year. But it's like a huge, I guess it's a huge
festival,
rock
ain't it?
festival.
Yeah, like a 2 or 3 day thing would have like 30 bands or something. Yeah, those are
We're
fun.
gonna have Skynyrd there. I've been waiting to see Skynyrd. I still haven't caught them on their farewell goodbye tour, whatever the heck. But
They've been on a farewell tour for 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the Crawfish Bowl.
They kicked off this one in 2018.
Maddie in the comments said, I added like the sophomore 30. It's hard to get exercise as most of your classes were online in fall 2020.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, by the way, if there's anybody in here or anybody listening that's on my Patreon page, I put a video up on the Patreon page today, so make sure you go watch it. People don't always check that. People are on that Patreon page and then they forget to check it, but I put a video up on there today.
Hey, did you get my talent show entry, Lou?
Who said that?
X-Wings.
When did you send it in?
Probably about 3 or 4 days ago.
Oh, then yeah, because I checked it. I haven't checked the email. You sent it to the new email address?
Yeah.
Yeah, because on Friday I checked it and there was like 6 people had sent one in already. I haven't checked it since Friday, but so yeah.
The subject just says my name, X-Wing Sports.
Yeah. I'll double check right now.
All right.
Zach, without giving it away, if you don't want to, how close are you to Valparaiso?
Probably 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, well then I know where you're at then.
Yeah, X-Wing. I got it. Make sure you don't delete it. Leave it up because I haven't downloaded it yet.
It's unlisted.
Yeah. So leave it up, and because it could be like the weekend before I end up downloading it. So make sure you leave it up.
All right.
I'll tell you, I'm excited for the
Me too.
challenge
I
show
have a good shot.
part
I
2.
wish everybody would do it the way you did it, X-Wing, because that's the
Yeah.
easiest way. I wish everybody would do that. But
Yeah, it is pretty easy.
yeah. Because I have a thing I can use to download a video off of YouTube.
YouTube to mp4.com.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't remember the name. I have it saved in my bookmarks, but other people like send it to me on Facebook Messenger, and that's a lot harder to do. It's a lot harder to figure out how to get a video off your face. You got to do a screen recording and all this kind of weird thing. The uploading it to YouTube unlisted is by far the easiest way for me to get it. So thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, my only
You
concern.
gonna make it to you gonna make it to Pigeon Forge? You think?
I'm going to Pigeon Forge.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna make a video on it.
Yeah.
And compete at the same time.
Yeah. By the way, I've consulted the other two. Whatever we are, there's a 3-person board for the Slob Olympics.
The triumvirate.
I've consulted the other 2 members of the board, and unfortunately, Mike Vick, if you're still in here, it appears as though wheelchair boxing is not going to happen.
Oh.
We could do normal boxing. Not with real boxing gloves, though. With those oversized ones.
Yeah, well, that's what we were going to do with the wheelchair thing, because Traxon Jackson wanted to do it. Of course, he's in a wheelchair too.
And you could stand on like a little 2x4 or something, and then whoever falls off the 2x4 or whatever, or like a piece of wood or something, whoever falls off is.
Now there is an indoor pool at the place where we're staying. So we are debating right now. We're debating chicken fighting.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, I know.
I've already claimed Chess Hall if we do it. So everyone else
you'll be on Chess Hall's shoulders.
Everyone else is just out of luck, but maybe somebody can come and
Wait, Chess Hall's got to be on your shoulders.
I'm about to
of course. In the water, you only weigh like 1/6 of your weight or something. So,
you think you can get them up on your shoulders?
Fuck no, my legs don't work. And even if they did, would it really matter?
I'd be concerned about the people who are standing right by the edge of the pool on the deck. Because if Chess jumps in, the resulting tsunami might cause damage to anybody standing right nearby.
Yeah, we should do a biggest splash contest too.
Oh, if Chess waddled off the deck into the deep end, I mean, he's going to displace. I mean, water weighs about 8 pounds a gallon. So you start doing the math. That's a lot of water going out of that pool.
The problem with a big splash contest, because this has been brought up before in the last couple of months, we're trying to avoid anything at the Slob Olympics where the winner is picked by judging, because there's too much bias around it. So we try to do events where, like the 40-yard dash, you don't have to judge that. There's clearly a winner, clearly a second place person. with a splash contest, you'd have people judging, and there's too many people worried that like, well, I'm not gonna vote for that person because I don't like them.
Right.
Well, you just have one designated
Plus-
judge, though.
You could just have everybody stand here
Yeah.
and swim who gets to the other end fastest. You know, have a,
Yeah, swimming contest.
Yeah, now that you could do.
Oh, who
I
would-
want to try to figure out
'Cause-
something to do in the pool since it's an indoor pool. I think that would be cool.
Right.
So
yeah.
I hope we can figure something out. Yeah.
You know, the thing about a lot of the ideas, I've been on Lou's show. I've been in Pigskin Pete's stream one night when people were shooting about a bunch of ideas out, and a lot of these ideas that I think would really be fun and would be easy to do are things that the lawyers won't let you do anymore. Like you can't buy lawn jarts anymore. You know, you could play lawn jarts out in that big field across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patriot.
They used to sell these big things. They were called sockums or whatever they were.
Yeah.
It was like a gigantic marshmallow is what it was. It was like a big rectangular marshmallow that you inflated, you blew it up, and you put your hand in it. And it was like a boxing glove, but it was huge. I mean, it was almost comically huge on your hand. And they used to sell those to kids, and they'd had the commercial. The kids, you could see the kids bopping each other, and you could knock the hell out of somebody you'd never heard them, you know.
Right.
But they got rid of those. Just like when's the last time you went to your city park and saw a seesaw or teeter totter? Got rid of those because somebody might get hurt on one, you know.
Whoopity doo.
Now, something you guys probably could do is what if you had like a free-for-all water balloon fight?
Yeah. How do you
I
judge
don't
them? That's the
Yeah, but what do you judge then?
What?
Yeah.
Somebody gets hit, they're out. Last person standing wins.
Oh, you're like saying playing dodgeball but with water balloons.
right.
Well, that would just be who's
What about
not wet.
What about
You know. But that might not be fair because can you just see the Slob Olympics? Can you see 18, 20 guys standing around in a bull circle holding water balloons, and then somebody blows a whistle and 15 of those balloons get thrown at chess?
Yeah.
Chess would be the first one out? When everybody going around?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh no. Ah.
What about bomb defusing?
Definitely saw that.
I'm pretty sure Matty Sims or Jeff Webster can build a bomb. Then we see who can defuse it.
Wouldn't that be a kind of dangerous though?
Be very dangerous.
Yeah. What if somebody gets blown up?
Right. A lot of bomb makers are missing fingers.
I'd trust Sims on that. His knowledge of chemistry is probably better than mine.
This is like a crackhead going on the internet and yelling at another crackhead for smoking crack.
Is that Pete?
Yeah. I made a stinger out of him.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap! My phone's gonna die. And this streamer really kills it. Even
Although all the people in our community here,
Yeah, I'm dying too.
a good chunk of whom are Southerners, I don't ever hear anybody talking about hunting. I'm one of the few people that actually. I'm sure Raj probably does, but I think I'm like one of the few people in here. Slim Shady does target shooting, which I did 2 weeks ago. I went to the a week ago.
I mean, I don't.
You know, I went to the range 2 weeks ago with the P320, but as far as hunting goes, I mean, I think it's pretty rare. I was surprised. I thought for sure.
I've shot and eaten squirrel before.
I don't
And
need
it's
target
amazing.
practice. I can hit anybody that's in my house. I don't have any doubt about that.
Because I know Pete wants to throw axes or throw hatches or whatever. I've never done that before.
Whoever it is that's standing in front of a box fan, can you turn it off?
screw you. It's hot in Alabama.
Turn it off
Okay.
or move or kick yourself out of your own stream. Ballard,
I'm fixing to get
how long are you going to be on YouTube before you figure this shit out? You cannot stream with background noise. This is a constant battle with you.
Mallard, do you not hear what it's doing?
Yeah, there's a fan.
I turned it off now.
Yeah, turn it off.
Well,
I
then
gotta
it's not
get out
you.
of the stream.
If you turned it off,
Y'all
then
can
it's
hang
not
out
you.
if you want to, but my phone's fixing to die.
Yeah, kick yourself out. See if the noise goes away.
Okay.
Mallard, if
Y'all
you're the
give
host,
thumbs up. I appreciate it. Subscribe. Love ya.